Hey, welcome to another video. So today we're going to be going into everything there is to know about the starship Destiny, but before we begin, please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, join the Sith Citadel Discord, links in the description, and consider becoming a join member or sending a super thanks if you wish to further support the channel. Otherwise, let's jump straight into it. Destiny is an enormous starship built by the ancients over 50 million years ago, launched from Earth as part of an ambitious cosmic exploration project. Before Destiny, the ancients had sent automated ships into deep space to construct and deploy stargates across countless galaxies. Destiny was intended to follow the route laid by these ships, using the network of stargates to explore and unlock the mysteries of distant worlds. Remarkably, it had traveled to at least 38 galaxies on its endless voyage. The ancients originally planned to board Destiny once it had traveled far enough from Earth. However, their pursuit of higher knowledge, culminating in their study of ascension, drew their attention away from the project. Consequently, Destiny continued its journey on an automated course, traveling alone through the cosmos for millions of years. During the early phases of their Stargate seeding mission, the ancients made a profound discovery. A patterned signal within the cosmic microwave background radiation, a phenomenon too structured to be natural. Believing it might be a message encoded into the fabric of the universe, they sought to decode its fragments. Destiny's primary mission was to gather and reassemble these fragments to reveal the message, a purpose that set it apart from other ancient starship designs, including the conceptual city ships intended for similar exploration. Destiny's construction took place in an orbital shipyard around Earth, and it was launched without a crew. However, a team of ancient engineers known as Vasi's team was accidentally stranded aboard due to a system malfunction. Unable to return home, they entered cryogenic stasis in hopes of surviving until rescue. The ship was designed as a tool for expanding the ancients' understanding of the universe, but their evolving priorities led them to abandon Destiny before realizing its potential. Despite its isolation, Destiny has continued its pre-programmed journey, traveling from one star system to another for tens of millions of years. Over the course of its prolonged mission, Destiny has suffered extensive wear and tear damage. Much of the deterioration is from neglect, as it was never meant to remain unmanned for so long. However, signs of battle damage are also evident. Numerous hull breaches scar the vessel, some of which are contained by automatic force fields generated by defensive systems. For larger breaches, the ship's bulkheads shield and lock themselves to maintain structural integrity. Despite these challenges, Destiny's ancient technology keeps it operational, continuing its epic journey through the stars. In 2009, the Icarus project achieved a breakthrough when its team unlocked the Stargate's elusive ninth chevron, a feat that opened the pathway to Destiny, an ancient starship designed by the ancients for an exploratory mission. However, this triumph was short-lived. The Lucian Alliance launched a devastating attack on Icarus base, forcing the project's personnel to flee through the Stargate to Destiny. Upon their arrival, the Earthlings found themselves in a dire situation. Much of the ship was inaccessible or severely damaged, power levels were critically low, and oxygen supplies were dwindling. Working quickly, the crew restored the ship's life support filtration system, buying time to survive. Destiny later resolved its power crisis by harnessing energy directly from a sun, but a new threat arose when water supplies were drained by a mysterious dust creature, prompting the crew to gather ice from a nearby planet to replenish their reserves. Not long into their expedition, Destiny encountered the Nakai, an alien race that had pursued the vessel for generations, seeking to uncover its secrets. Despite the ship's ancient design and damage, its automated defenses proved formidable against multiple Nakai assaults. However, the aliens managed to sabotage Destiny's FTL engine, ironically improving its performance. The destruction of a failing component allowed the ship to reach a new galaxy within the crew's lifetime, an unintended consequence that may have saved their mission. During their journey, Destiny docked with an automated siege ship, designed to plant stargates on habitable worlds. The crew's conflict with the Lucian Alliance intensified when Dr. Nicholas Rush secretly discovered the ship's command bridge, revealing Destiny's true mission but withholding the information from his fellow crew members. Rush's manipulation led to tragic consequences, including the death of Sergeant Hunter Riley and the marooning of Colonel David Telford. His covert actions eventually came to light, sparking a major rift between Rush and Colonel Everett Young. However, the revelation of the bridge's location and capabilities ultimately fostered a more cooperative spirit as the crew assumed greater control over Destiny's course. The discovery of the bridge brought new challenges. Investigating a mysterious signal, the crew found themselves caught between two warring alien factions, the Ursini and a deadly race controlling swarms of attack drones. With Colonel Telford returning in the siege ship, the Ursini sought an alliance, but their premature assault on a command ship put Destiny in grave danger. Chloe Armstrong, who had developed a telepathic connection with the Nakai through a pathogen, summoned them for assistance. Their intervention brought enough time for the crew to destroy the command ship and disable its drone fleet. In a final act of redemption, the Orsini sacrificed themselves to ensure Destiny's survival, giving the crew a chance to repair critical systems and escape. Through battles, betrayals, and fragile alliances, the first year aboard Destiny was a trial of endurance, ingenuity, and hard-won unity. Colonel David Telford, recognized for mounting damage Destiny had sustained, proposed dialing Earth while the ship charged inside a star. However, this bold plan was interrupted by the arrival of a future version of Dr. Nicholas Rush, who revealed the catastrophic results of attempting the same plan. According to future Rush, dialing Earth within a star's core had caused Destiny to be thrown 12 hours back in time. While Telford survived the trip through the wormhole, the rest of the crew perished. Further, Rush's arrival allowed the crew to salvage critical supplies, including parts and second ancient shuttle, to repair the current Destiny. Tragically, both Telford and the future Rush were lost during the operation. Telford was accidentally electrocuted by Rush, while future Rush chose to remain aboard his collapsing Destiny, dying in the ship's fiery destruction as it fell into the star. After Earth was attacked by the Lucian Alliance, communication with the long-range communication device was disrupted. When contact was re-established, an unusual event occurred. The consciousnesses of Jin and Dr. Amanda Perry, trapped in Chloe Armstrong's body, were transferred into Destiny's memory banks. These consciousnesses existed as interactive programs until a later incident. When Dr. Rush became trapped in a simulation through the ship's control chair, Eli Wallace quarantined Jin and Perry's consciousness to protect the ship. When Destiny's CO2 scrubbers began to fail, the ship was again attacked by relentless berserker drones. After narrowly escaping, the crew stopped to gather supplies and discovered a colony descended from their own expedition. These descendants, known as the Novans, were the result of an earlier attempt to dial Earth, which sent Destiny's crew 2,000 years into the past. Starting with limited resources, the Novans built a thriving civilization, aided by knowledge passed down from the original expedition crew. The colony, however, had been cut off from its homeworld due to drone attacks. Upon returning to the colonists, the crew found their planet Norvis abandoned. Cataclysmic geological activity caused by a rogue black hole had rendered it uninhabitable. Before leaving, the crew salvaged a CO2 scrubber substance to maintain life support and acquired a third of the Teneran Archive, a comprehensive record of Novan history and advancements over 2 millennia. They later transported the colonists to another settlement. As the journey continued, the crew discovered that the drones had adapted, blockading stars to prevent Destiny from recharging. Forced to improvise, Rush, Eli, and Dr. Lisa Park guided the ship into a blue giant for a high-risk aerobraking maneuver. The larger star provided immense power, but the process caused severe damage. The hydroponic garden dome was breached, resulting in the loss of all their crops, further straining their resources. Desperate for a sustainable solution, the crew modified Destiny's shields to better withstand drone attacks, and launched an assault on a control ship. Though they destroyed the enemy vessel, the victory yielded minimal supplies, and suicide drone tactics caused additional damage. With no hope of resupply from Earth, the crew devised a bold plan: enter stasis pods and let Destiny skip the remaining galaxy in one long jump. After securing palladium hydride to repair 8 pods, all but Eli Wallace entered stasis. Eli, with only 2 weeks to fix the final pod, remained awake, knowing the ship could not spare power indefinitely. During the stasis period on the Destiny expedition, Eli Wallace, left awake to ensure the survival of the mission, faced a dire situation. With his own stasis pod damaged, he had to find a way to preserve energy while repairing it. Eli powered down all non-essential systems to conserve energy and extend the ship's operational time. To keep his mind sharp, he exercised regularly, as energy reserves dwindled dangerously low. Eli ingeniously redirected the energy buildup from the ship's hull during faster-than-light travel. This innovation granted him an additional 10 weeks to solve the problem. Realizing that repairing his pod required replacement parts, Eli searched the Destiny schematics. He found it peculiar that the ship designed for a crew of thousands housed only 100 stasis pods. This led him to discover a sealed-off section of the ship containing another set of stasis pods. Venturing into the area to salvage parts, Eli encountered a shocking sight: 2 humans standing near an occupied pod. Before he could react, one of them stunned him. 2.5 months into the journey, under the orders of the mysterious group's leader, Vasi, Eli revived Colonel Young and explained the situation. Vasi revealed a stunning truth. Her team were members of the Ancients, the original builders of Destiny and the Stargates. They had been stranded on the ship due to a malfunction during its launch sequence. Expecting eventual rescue by an ancient expedition, they entered stasis to wait, but tragically no one ever came. As Vassie interrogated Eli and Colonel Young at gunpoint, she explained their predicament. However, one of her team suddenly collapsed, making the start of a new crisis. The Ancients, weakened by their prolonged stasis, succumbed to a disease introduced by the Tari or the Lucian Alliance. What was now a harmless common cold to others, their immune systems, unprepared for the evolved virus, were devastated. Dr. Gary Guzzo proposed using a synthetic tritonin, a drug known for its immune-boosting properties, as a treatment. Despite the crisis, Vassie's team began making significant repairs to Destiny. Using ancient maintenance robots, they restored critical systems, including the auxiliary reactor, main engineering, and the computer network. They also sealed and reclaimed areas of the ship previously exposed to space, unlocking access to cargo holds and airlocks that had long been inaccessible. These upgrades greatly improved the ship's efficiency and functionality. While some members of the expedition retrieved off-world materials to synthesize tritonin, Destiny made a daring FTL jump into a star's corona, fully recharging its power reserves. After recovering the away team, the expedition administered tritonin to the Ancients, stabilizing their condition. With trust slowly established, the Destiny expedition and Vassie's team began working together. Their combined efforts marked a new chapter for the ship, integrating the knowledge and resources of the Ancients with the resourcefulness of the Tari. The Destiny, an ancient starship, features a unique and intricate design. Its overall shape is relatively flat and triangular, with concave sides and a convex, rounded aft section. The ship is extremely long, tapering towards the bow. Its surface is layered with textural details, including numerous triple-barreled weapon turrets and anti-fighter emplacements. These anti-fighter weapons can be manually operated through a targeting system located on the ship's bridge, as demonstrated by Greer during a confrontation with the Berserker drones. On the ventral side of the ship lies the Destiny's primary weapon system. This formidable weapon consists of 3 large side-by-side barrels, with a shorter but wider barrel positioned between them. Designed for engaging capital ships in orbital bombardment, the main weapon is a potent display of firepower. Advanced controls on the bridge allow precise adjustments to power output, enabling scenarios such as reducing the weapon strength to 60%, a tactic used to breach the blast doors of a fallout bunker on Norvis without compromising the structure itself. Notably, during an engagement with a drone control ship, the 4th barrel didn't fire in perfect sequence with the others, but joined the other barrels for a synchronized final kill shot. Inside the ship, doors are equipped with control panels, echoing the design of similar systems found in Atlantis. These panels include indicators. A blue light signifies automatic operation, while red and amber lights represent locked and unlocked statuses, respectively. Beneath the large round button on the panel are 8 smaller buttons inscribed with ancient script, allowing for manual overrides or code changes. The Destiny is capable of faster-than-light travel without relying on hyperdrive technology. Its propulsion system comprises 16 individual units spanning the full width of the stern. This dual-function drive powers both sublight and FTL travel. Interestingly, the ship's design is with redundancy, enabling operation even if some modules are non-functional. During a critical journey across the void between galaxies, a sabotage module exploded, temporarily disabling the ship. However, this setback revealed that the damaged module had been impairing the engine's efficiency. Removing it enhanced the ship's performance, providing the energy boost necessary to cross the vast void without depleting the power supply. Unlike later Lantean technology, the Destiny predates the ancient technology activation gene feature. Instead, it uses an incredibly advanced master code based on intricate ancient DNA sequence. This code is essential for accessing the bridge, the heart of the ship, where primary systems such as navigation, propulsion, and advanced power management are controlled. Secondary systems, including basic weapon and shield functions, can be managed from the control interface room. While the main weapon can be activated and fired from the secondary location, its more nuanced controls such as power adjustments and precise targeting are exclusively accessible from the bridge. Destiny employs an ingenious system to harness power, relying on ancient solar collectors that draw energy directly from stars. This process begins with a series of ram scoops located on the underside of each wing. These collectors function by absorbing and storing stellar material, allowing Destiny to refuel as it flies through the photosphere of a star. The ship's shields are critical in this operation, enabling stellar matter to pass through for collection while safeguarding the vessel from extreme heat and radiation of the star. However, Destiny's shields have limitations. While effective with smaller, less intense stars, they struggle to withstand the immense heat and radiation from massive stars such as blue giants. Although the ship can still draw energy from such stars, doing so inflicts damage on its shields and stresses its systems. Destiny automatically initiates this recharging process whenever its energy reserves drop below a critical level, ensuring it maintains operational power. Interestingly, the ram scoops activate opportunistically, such as during a dramatic incident when Destiny followed a siege ship through a star to eliminate attacking berserker drones. When Destiny is in the middle of its recharging cycle, it has the potential for nearly limitless power, as energy is replenished at a rate that it matches or exceeds its consumption. This process inspired the International Oversight Advisory to propose using the ship's recharge cycle to dial Earth through the Stargate. However, this idea has proven dangerous and ultimately unsuccessful, with 2 attempts failing, one due to sabotage and the other likely doomed regardless of interference. Although Destiny's power systems remain remarkable, its advanced age imposes significant constraints. The ship can only recharge to approximately 40% of its original energy capacity, a sharp reduction from its intended design. This limitation directly impacts certain critical functions, such as the ability to dial a 9 chevron address. However, systems like life support, shields, and weapons appear to function adequately, albeit with reduced efficiency. Operating at reduced power presents challenges. High energy demands constrain the ship's aging power conduits, resulting in damage to both the conduits and the systems they support. Early in the crew's time aboard, using all available weapons platforms caused severe power surges, leading to electrical arcing in some corridors and injuring personnel. Despite these issues, Destiny continues to perform admirably, serving as a testament to ancient ingenuity. As the crew learns to navigate the ship's strengths and limitations, the power system remains a critical element of their survival and exploration, showcasing the brilliance and resilience of ancient technology. Destiny is equipped with a highly sophisticated yellow energy shielding system, which serves as both a protective barrier and a critical tool for maintaining atmospheric integrity in damaged sections of the ship. These shields are adaptive and localized, ensuring that vital areas remain habitable even when parts of the ship suffer severe structural damage. However, the effectiveness of Destiny's shields is directly tied to its overall power levels and the number of localized shield segments in operation. Despite its age and extensive damage, the shields are a testament to the ancient technology, capable of enduring extreme conditions such as the intense heat and turbulence within the corona of a star. Destiny's shields have limitations, primarily due to the ship's age and damage. For instance, during a confrontation with the Nakai, the shields were quickly overwhelmed by energy weapons. This vulnerability was likely caused by power transfer issues rather than an inherent flaw in the design. Damage to the ship's power distribution systems often forces shared resources between shields and weapons, resulting in automatic balancing to keep both systems operational. The shields can also be modulated to allow objects or individuals to pass through, adding versatility but also introducing potential vulnerabilities. As repairs by the Tari progressed, the shield capabilities saw marked improvements. A simulation performed by Destiny's computer indicated that the ship could now withstand continuous fire from 9 Nakai motherships for over 44 minutes. This durability, while impressive, still does not reflect the full potential of Destiny when it was first launched, as the ship continues to suffer from extensive damage across various systems. Destiny's shields have demonstrated their ability to protect the ship under extraordinary circumstances. They flew through an O-class star. The shields proved strong enough to withstand the intense heat and radiation of an O-class star, but the interior temperature of the ship rose to over 300 degrees Celsius during the process. Although the ship's systems remained unaffected, the crew had to temporarily evacuate, leaving a skeleton crew to operate the ship using ancient spacesuits. Destiny's shields constantly adjust their frequency to better match incoming energy attacks, reducing damage when the frequencies align. While these provide excellent general protection, it does leave the shields less effective against specific weapon types. The ship's programming can be overridden to lock the shields to a specific frequency for better defense against a known threat. However, this makes the ship more vulnerable to other forms of attack, requiring careful strategic decisions during combat. Destiny's shields play a critical role in both defense and survival. Their ability to adapt, withstand stellar phenomenon, and maintain atmospheric integrity in compromised sections is vital to the ship's continued operation. However, their reliance on limited power and damaged systems means that careful resource management and strategic prioritization are necessary for optimal performance. The pulse weapons on Destiny represent some of the earliest examples of ancient ship-to-ship weaponry, also installed on the siege ships. These weapons bear a striking resemblance to the later Lantean pulse weapons, albeit with less advanced technology. Destiny is equipped with numerous double-barreled and triple-barreled turrets distributed across its hull, numbering in the dozens. These turrets function primarily as anti-fighter defenses, capable of rapid fire and precise tracking of fast-moving targets. The double-barreled turrets remain retracted within the hull until activated, at which point they rise and deploy. In contrast, the triple-barreled turrets remain visible and fixed in position. A notable feature on the underside of the hull is a large four-barreled turret. This weapon, designed for engaging larger ships like motherships, operates at a slower firing rate and lacks horizontal targeting capability. Despite this, its firepower far exceeds that of the smaller turrets, as demonstrated when significantly impacted the shields of a Nakai mothership. Damage from the previous encounters left the weapons unusable at the start of the mission. When Earth scientists devised a plan to bring the crew home by forcing Destiny to refuel in a star, the weapons were temporarily activated to drain the ship's energy reserves. This triggered the ship's automatic programming to enter a nearby star to recharge itself. During an alien attack, the weapons were activated to fend off Nakai fighters and a mothership. Dr. Nicholas Rush restricted activation to 30% of the weapons, but Eli Wallace managed to engage the forward battery. The weapons successfully destroyed several fighters and engaged the mothership, but their use diverted power from the shields, creating vulnerabilities. Later, during a second attack, Rush locked out the weapons entirely, prioritizing shield integrity. The weapons were deployed again to counter a Nakai assault, destroying multiple fighters. However, the sheer number of attackers overwhelmed the defenses. Dr. Jeremy Franklin used the ship's interface chair to initiate the emergency FTL jump, saving Destiny and eliminating nearby attackers. In one of Colonel Everett Young's visions, Destiny was destroyed after over-relying on its weapons during an alien attack. Following the dream, Young prioritized repairing online gun batteries and other ship systems. During multiple engagements with Berserker drones, Destiny's weapons played a pivotal role. The crew used the main cannon to destroy a control ship and defend against successive drone assaults. In one instance, the main weapon was employed at partial power to breach a Novus fallout bunker. While recharging at stars, Destiny defended itself with anti-fighter turrets during a sustained drone blockade. In a climactic battle, the crew used the main weapon to cripple the ultimately destroyed control ship, securing the ship's survival. The FTL engine is an advanced propulsion system utilized by the ancient starship Destiny and the siege ships that precede it. Unlike conventional hyperdrives, the FTL engine enables superluminal travel without transitioning into hyperspace. Over time, the term FTL has also been adopted by the Earthlings to describe any engine capable of exceeding the speed of light, whether it employs hyperspace or not. The exact science behind the FTL engine remains largely unknown, but it operates on principles distinct from those of a hyperdrive. When activated, the engine rapidly accelerates Destiny beyond the speed of light, rather than opening a hyperspace window. The maximum velocity of the FTL drive has not been explicitly stated, though it has demonstrated the ability to cross vast intergalactic distances relatively quickly. Its performance appears comparable to Asgard hyperdrives in terms of intergalactic travel, but is significantly slower for intragalactic movement. Whereas Asgard hyperdrives allow Tari ships to traverse an entire galaxy in a day, Destiny's FTL drive requires years for the same journey. It's important to note that Destiny's FTL engines have suffered extensive wear from millions of years of continuous operation. Their original speed was likely far greater, as evidenced when a heavily degraded FTL generator was disconnected from the ship, resulting in a significant increase in engine efficiency. The ship's ability to endure FTL travel is entirely dependent on its shield. Without the shield's protection, the immense energy output during activation would vaporize anything in close proximity, including Destiny itself. To prevent catastrophic failure, the ship's systems include safeguards that inhibit an FTL jump if the shield strength is insufficient. Once the shield is restored to a safe level, FTL travel can resume. The shield also extends to protect securely attached vessels such as shuttles latched to Destiny's hull. Siege ships, which possess FTL capability, have demonstrated the ability to tow Destiny into FTL when docked. This suggests that Destiny may be able to transport siege ships in a similar fashion. However, the progress presents a significant structural risk. If either ship were to sustain damage mid-jump, both vessels could be destroyed. Additionally, the ship initiating the jump maintains full navigational control while the towed ship remains unaware of its current course. Unlike hyperdrives, which operate largely independent of normal space, the FTL drive is highly sensitive to gravitational fields. Destiny was once forcibly pulled out of FTL by a gravity well of an uncharted star, rendering it incapable of resuming FTL travel until it excited the star's range. The ship's navigation relies on data from the ancient seed ships, which were deployed ahead of Destiny to map out galaxies and identify suitable routes. Dr. Rush encountered significant difficulties when attempting to manually calculate FTL jumps, as the drive appears to rely on a complex gravitational interactions for its course plotting. However, Chloe Armstrong, under the influence of the Nakai, demonstrated an intuitive ability to recognize and predict these patterns, allowing her to make highly accurate FTL jump calculations. Despite being sophisticated, the FTL drive is inferior to the advanced intergalactic hyperdrives of the Asgard and fully powered star drives of ancient city ships. One of its major drawbacks is its operational constraints. The drive must fully engage for a maximum of 4 hours and remain offline for at least 3 hours between jumps. Failing to adhere to these limits can result in severe engine damage, as seen when the Orsini attempted to restart their FTL drive prematurely, rendering it inoperable. The ship's shields must be maintained at a minimum of 5% integrity for an FTL jump to be executed safely. If the shield strength falls below this threshold, an attempted jump would cause Destiny to tear itself apart. This vulnerability was evident during the battle with the drones, where the ship was unable to enter FTL until shield repairs were completed, even though the engine itself was functional. An interesting interaction exists between the FTL drive and Destiny's Stargate. When an incoming wormhole is established using a 9 chevron address, the FTL drive temporarily shuts down, allowing the gate to connect. However, due to Destiny's constant movement, a standard 7 symbol address becomes invalid almost immediately after being dialed. This suggests that some form of subspace communication is active while the ship is in FTL, though it does not appear to affect the drive's functionality. Additionally, activating or deactivating the FTL drive momentarily disrupts the Tari's version of an ancient long-range communication device. The FTL engine is a remarkable yet imperfect piece of technology, enabling Destiny to traverse the cosmos without the use of hyperspace. The Stargate is a unique and ancient design, distinct from those found in the Milky Way and Pegasus galaxies. Dr. Nicholas Rush theorized that this particular gate is among the earliest models ever constructed, serving as a prototype for the later gate networks. Unlike the more refined stargates of the Milky Way, which were developed and perfected by the ancients over millennia, Destiny's Stargate represents an earlier phase of their technological evolution. It shares its design with those deployed by the seed ships, which were sent ahead of Destiny to establish a vast network of stargates across the cosmos. This version is slightly smaller than its successors, but remains a crucial link between the ship and habitable worlds. One of the most striking differences between Destiny's Stargate and those found in other galaxies is its unique dialing mechanism. Instead of an inner ring rotating independently to select glyphs, the entire gate itself spins. As a result, the chevrons, normally used to indicate locked symbols in traditional gates, do not align in the same way. Instead, they function as illuminated markers activating as the gate powers up. The dialing process involves the gate spinning clockwise to position the first glyph between the gate bearing, which is located on the topmost position. Once the first glyph is in place, the gate reverses direction, spinning counterclockwise to lock the next glyph. The alternating motion continues until all necessary glyphs, including the point of origin, are locked, at which point the wormhole activates. When the connection is established, the gate bearing remains illuminated, as does the final chevron embedded in the floor. The event horizon of Destiny's Stargate also differs in appearance from its Milky Way counterparts. It exhibits a more metallic, silvery sheen with darker edges, giving it a distinct, almost liquid-like texture. As the wormhole disengages, all lights on the gate extinguish simultaneously, followed by a release of CO2 from vents on either side of the gate, perhaps a residual effect from its ancient design. Unlike stationary gates, Destiny's Stargate is governed by a highly advanced dialing program that must constantly recalculate viable destinations. Since Destiny is a mobile vessel traveling at faster than light or FTL speeds, its point of origin changes every time it exits FTL. Despite these complexities, the ship's advanced computer system determines and presents possible connections to the crew almost instantaneously. Perhaps the most extraordinary feature of Destiny's Stargate is its capability to receive a 9 chevron address, something unheard of in conventional Stargate travel. Discovered through the combined efforts of Eli Wallace and Dr. Rush, the 9 chevron sequence acts as a unique code that can establish a connection to Destiny from anywhere in the universe. Unlike traditional dialing procedures where the chevron represents the point of origin of the dialing gate, the 9 chevron sequence always designates Earth as the point of origin, regardless of where the dialing gate is physically located. This unique connection comes with a crucial limitation. When Destiny receives an incoming 9 chevron address, it's forced to drop out of FTL in order to establish the link. Under normal circumstances, the ship's FTL drive remains unaffected by Stargate operations, as standard 7 chevron dialing sequences only allow travel to nearby gates within range. However, the 9 chevron connection overrides this rule, compelling Destiny to halt its intergalactic voyage temporarily. Due to this extraordinary feature, Destiny's Stargate represents a technological relic of immense value, offering insights into the earliest phases of the Stargate network's development. It also provides the only known way for the stranded crew aboard Destiny to reconnect with Earth, should they ever uncover the full secrets hidden within its ancient design. So what did you guys think of the Starship Destiny? Please let me know in the comments down below. If you haven't already, please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, join the Sith Citadel Discord, links in the description, and consider becoming a join member or sending a super thanks if you wish to further support the channel. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video.